everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Sheer Strikes podcast. My name is Eric Sheer, and we had a busy week for the Lightning. They played 3 games. All of them finally are played at home. They had a little bit of obviously a road trip the last couple of weeks, and they are back to their home turf. And I could not be happier. I love when they get to play in front of their own fans. They seem to have a little bit more bite to their game, a little bit more urgency. And actually, on November 1st, the Lightning took on the Ottawa Senators. At the beginning of the season, the Senators had a lot of playoff ambitions, I guess you would say, because of all the offseason moves they made, such as picking up, let's see here, Claude Giroux. They picked up Alex DeBrincat through a trade with the Blackhawks, but their standing position going into this game obviously was not where the Senators thought they would be. Honestly, it's not where I thought they'd be. But hey, I'll take it. So anyway, the game starts out with a Sens goal from Dylan Gambrell, unassisted due to a very poor turnover by Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. 1-0 Senators, and here's that goal, actually.
Transition. Back down low and in behind the net. That's Parker Kelly. Rolls out in front. Gambrell scores. Dylan Gambrell off a turnover right in front of the Lightning net, and he tucks one home to make it 1-0 Senators.
That's just a really bad turnover to give pretty early into the game. Goal came at 5:44 of the first period, but Kucherov does get a chance based off of a Hagel feed. Hagel, beginning of the season and honestly even last season in the playoffs, I was not impressed with Hagel. But I think that with him playing with Pointer and Kuch, and him kind of slotting into that, let's call it Palat role, nobody's obviously going to replace Andre Palat, but I think that he has done a very good job at adapting to the new role that he has having to fill this year, especially. I mean, he's still obviously a penalty killer, but now he's getting some power play time on the second unit. But this is a feed from Hagel that results in a scoring chance by Kucherov.
57 for Ottawa. Pinto, he's giving it up to Kucherov. Back to Hagel. Back. Oh, it hits the post.
Steven Stamkos started out the season extremely hot for the Lightning and just honestly in general in the NHL. However, Sens goaltender Anton Forsberg had his number all game long. Granted, he is usually who we feed the puck to. He's our primary shooter, obviously. I mean, he's one of the best goal scorers in the world, and especially in this generation, one of just a generational talent in pure goal scoring ability. And he is robbed by Forsberg in his office. Thought he had a goal, but obviously he didn't.
Dancing around, creates some space. Here's Stamkos, back across. Stamkos waits, shoots, and Forsberg's got that too.
So just 3 minutes and 17 seconds into the second period, Mikhail Sergachev on the power play rips home just a incredible slap shot from Stamkos and Kucherov. Sergei's second of the season from Stamkos, his third assist of the season, and Kucherov's 10th assist of the season. It's just an absolute bomb. I can't even explain it and do it justice, so just take a look at this.
Ottawa skate ends up with Kucherov. Kucherov gets it back from Sergachev. Nikita Kucherov back up top. Sergachev, Stamkos, Sergachev shoots, scores! Mikhail Sergachev finally breaks through.
The pass is on the tape, always key. You think Sergachev's going to shoot it? No, you think Stammer's going to shoot it? And then right back in the wheelhouse to Sergachev. And this is invisible, and it's right under the cross.
Matthew Joseph. All I'm going to say about this man is 4 years in Tampa, and he could not score a single shorthanded goal. But now with Ottawa, scores his first of the season unassisted at 12:21 on a 5-on-3 power play for the Lightning. Matthew Joseph gets a breakaway chance on a 5-on-3. That's just purely unacceptable. But obviously, I'm happy for Matthew Joseph. Not thrilled because gives Ottawa a 2-1 lead.
The crossbar. Lightning step back in. It's still a 5-on-3. Stan goes across. Kucherov hangs on. And another pass goes off the skate. This one of Joseph. And now he's racing away. He's going to break away. Joseph in. Scores. Are you kidding? Matthew Joseph shorthanded on a 5-on-3.
Now, as everybody knows, Andrei Vasilevskiy is one of the top, if not the top goaltender in the NHL, in the world, whatever you want to say. And I think that he very well could be up for Save of the Year. I said that last episode with the ridiculously old style save by Brian Elliott, but look at this toe save made by Vasilevskiy to really keep us in this game.
Pass in the middle, there's DeBrincat, up ahead for Batherson. It's a 2-1-0. Batherson gives it up, and oh, what a save by Vasilevskiy. It was a tap-in.
There's very few players in the NHL that I think deserved a goal more than Alex Killorn since April. The guy's only had 3 goals since April, none of them coming in the postseason, given he had great opportunities last year in the playoffs, but just never converted on any of them. He gets lucky with a rebound goal here from Stamkos and Paul, ties the game at 2-2 at 11:04 in the third period.
Oh, that was a big hit at the end of the play, behind the play by Perbix, and you've got Kastelic. He is down. They score! Alex Killorn has tied the game!
The Ottawa Senators are down a man because Kastelic never got back into the play. The Lightning get it to the net, they get it in front. Alex Killorn is going to be the recipient of a play right on the doorstep. But it starts with Paul again. Paul just feeding it in front, Stammer taking a whack at it, and then Killorn folding underneath. Gets the loose puck, the goaltender is down and out.
I mentioned the offseason acquisitions by the Ottawa Senators, and Claude Giroux gets his third of the year from Brady Tkachuk just 40 seconds after the Alex Killorn goal to regain Ottawa's lead 3-2.
Killorn with his third of the season, and is that big tonight? Well, they've been very, oh, look out, there's a turnover, wide open net, they score! Andrei Vasilevskiy lost possession behind his own net, and it is put into the...
Just a minute and 11 seconds after the Giroux goal, Braden Point splits the defense for his 5th of the season from Kucherov and Cole to tie the game at 3 apiece.
That was going to be a delayed offside call. Ottawa backs up in the center. Here's Point, up the middle, Point, and he scores! What a goal!
Ian Cole, left side of your screen. Nice little backhand play there. And Kucherov.
With 3.5 minutes to go, you've heard him a lot this game, Nikita Kucherov gets one of his own for his 4th of the year. Assists come from Sergachev and Braden Point. The Lightning are now up 4-3 with just 3.5 left.
The 2 assists tonight. 2.5 to go. Puck is in behind the Ottawa net. Thrown out in front. There's a wide open net. They score! It's Kucherov!
This is a brilliant pass. The forecheck starts it. The turnover is right there. Kucherov on the right side of your screen. But look at Sergachev. Sergachev knows where Kucherov's going to go. Watch the fake. He fakes like he's going to shoot, and he disguises that pass all the way till the last second. And everybody on Ottawa goes, oh no, are you kidding me here?
That goal was really due to the sheer fact that Brandon Hagel and Braden Point, you could say they look like twins. Either way, they went down and forechecked like maniacs, and Sergachev just with that beautiful no-look pass over to Kucherov because, he's there every time. However, Nick Paul nearly ices it, or we all thought he iced it. However, the goal is waved off after review for offsides. Check it out.
A minute of regulation, and now it's Hagel with a lot of room, puts it up ahead, Nick Paul, empty net, and that should do it.
Right there to take the hit, but he does. He is the best on the team at handling the puck along the wall. He gives lessons to other guys in practice. And right there, just that one little touch, he always comes back to the puck. He's a lefty that plays the right wing.
So hold everything. There's still 52 seconds remaining, and this goal may come off the board. Linesman down low.
Now they're going to give the message.
On further review, it was determined that the play was offside. Therefore, we have no goal.
And just when we thought the game was over, Senators captain Brady Tkachuk gets a last-second opportunity and misses it over the net. Bolts win 4-3.
Kucherov was there as well, but look at this!
No.
Tkachuk with 1 second to go, and he missed!
Can you believe this game?
Unbelievable finish!
After the Lightning take that game against the Ottawa Senators, they have a day off before facing the Carolina Hurricanes once again at home, this time featuring their new reverse retro jerseys. I'm obviously currently wearing their old reverse retro jerseys. These are a homage to the 1990s jerseys with what the Bolts thought to be flames on the sleeves. But obviously, being the Lightning, they're actually lightning bolts with a little wave at the bottom. I personally love the jerseys. The players, some of them said they're so ugly, they're cool. I'd agree. They are pretty ugly, but when they're all together, I think they look pretty great, honestly. But you know what? The game was going good. Carolina is obviously a great team. They're a very skilled team. They're honestly, even as a Lightning fan, they are my pick to win the Stanley Cup, or at least come out of the Eastern Conference. So I knew this was going to be a very, very challenging game. 8:29 into the first period, Seth Jarvis scores a goal from Paul Stastny, puts the Canes up 1-0. This came right after we killed off a penalty, so you'd think a little bit of momentum would come from that, but our penalty kill has not been great, nor has our power play, and we'll talk on that a little bit here later on in this game, actually. But Seth Jarvis is found all alone in front of the net, and he makes no mistake.
His minutes, but also we have to learn the system.
That pass across, trying to find Stastny, never got there. Perry's into the box. Here's a chance. Jarvis scores. Seth Jarvis snaps one home, glove side on Vasilevsky, just after the penalty had expired, and it's 1-0 Carolina.
Best player in the entire camp and had a really good, solid year for them last year. Now he's more experienced, and when he gets chances like this, how about that for timing? That's a goal scorer's timing, and the Lightning get too deep. You have to have somebody out in front when you're killing a penalty. There's way too much.
This one's a little bit of a long clip, but Vlad Namestnikov in his second stint with the Tampa Bay Lightning is still goalless, and he will remain goalless after we thought he scored. Again, another reviewed goal. Goal comes back because of a distinct kicking motion. Check this out.
Good start here. They loaded one up for Stamkos, who could not really break through the other night. Now wide open is Kucherov in front for Namestnikov, and they score! Net came off, puck went in, the call on the ice is a goal.
But as he usually does, after Stammer turned the puck over, caught every Carolina player on one side of the ice. When does the net come off? That's why it's a good goal. It is in ahead of time. Stammer with some nice work there, Namestnikov helping him out. And then Kucherov, look at the one touch. He just destroys Anderson in goal. Anderson never expects that puck to come back the other direction as quickly as it did. And good on Namestnikov for staying on top of that one that I talked about. Look at Anderson. He had just moved across. Like, are you kidding me? You have all that time and room, and you're not even going to come at me? I mean, he's startled by this. And look how far he has to come across. Now, does this go off of Namestnikov's foot? Here's the original shot. Here's the follow-up. He's being checked.
After reviewing the play, it's been determined that the puck was kicked into the net. Therefore, we have no goal.
Ross the Boss Colton comes up big for us here in the second period at 5:50 from Sergachev and Hagel on the power play. So our second unit is converting. That is huge moving forward, especially because our top unit has not been fantastic. And Ross Colton, just great hand-eye coordination to redirect this puck past Freddie Anderson.
Killorn back to line for Hagel. Hagel is going to step in back to the point. There's Sergachev, scores! Mikhail Sergachev Sergachev with a power play.
Sergachev top of your screen. Ross Colton gets set up, and he redirects it. I'm not sure that shot was going to be on net. Colton does a nice job. The stick blade will go back between his feet. Sergachev's got his head up. Yeah, that one changed direction.
Speaking of redirections, Nick Paul, he really does it all. He tipped the puck past Freddie Anderson on a puck from Stamkos. It was just a really strange play. Nick Paul falling down gives the Bullets a 2-1 lead at 9:19 in the second period.
The line and out. Paul chops it ahead, picked up by Stamkos. Stamkos carries in, sends it. Paul scores! Nick Paul goes to the net, tips it home, and it's 2-1 Tampa Bay.
Paul's goal is his third of the year from Stamkos, and that is his fifth assist of the year. But Marty Necas spoils that party for the Lightning, ties the game up at 2 apiece on the power play. That's Necas' sixth goal from Burns and Svechnikov at 14:01 of the second period. And, you know, this is just an absolute rocket of a shot. Vasilevsky, I'll touch on right at the very end of this game. He played fantastic. This puck goes off the post and in. Dude, there's really, with a shot of that velocity, and especially with the placement of the shot, there's really not much even the best goaltender in the world can do about this one.
Who's putting on a show again here tonight. Another drive. They score. Off the post and in from Necas.
And boy, did he make some beautiful saves in the last couple of sequences. Not only does he make that save, look how quickly he gets across, expecting that the shot is going to come from the opposite side from Nason. And he does. He gets there, gets to his spot, and makes the save. Then he has to come back again. But this is a bullet. And is he screened on it? Yeah, it's hard to say.
With a minute to go in the second period, Nikita Kucherov on the power play gets his fifth of the season from Killorn point, giving the Bullets a 3-2 lead. That is from his office. And you'll have to watch this clip because right at the end, you'll see probably one of my favorite celebrations of this season thus far.
Yep. This is what John Cooper goes with in the two-man advantage. 5 forwards. Back down low in the corner. Killorn flips it back out. They score! Nikita Kucherov with a goal in 5 straight games. And it's 3-2 Lightning.
Momentum, move into a spot where you can see enough net and where you feel comfortable. He practices this all the time. I think this is a redirection. I think Corey Perry's going to get this. It definitely hits something in front. And he can't pick it up there on that one angle. Kuch was the first one who went to the bench, I believe, so maybe it is Kucherov. But on the one angle, it looked like, nonetheless, but it was a great release.
Obviously, I mentioned the Bullets struggling on the power play, and that is true. However, they did score a couple power play goals in this game. However, they do give up a goal while on their power play. The shorthanded goal comes from Brady Shea, his second of the year from Sebastian Aho. This is on an odd man rush while you are up a man. That is absolutely unacceptable for the Lightning. I think that's really just a lazy man's play. This should never happen. You should never give up an odd man rush while being on a power play, but it happened, and it tied the game at 3 apiece.
Attempt doesn't get out. Second attempt does. It's Shea. Shea leaves it for Aho. Aho back to Shea. Shot. Scores. A short-handed goal by Brady Shea has tied the game on the 45th shot of the night.
The blue line. The Lightning go to Kucherov so many times that Carolina was ready for it. And when they turned it over, the Lightning got a couple of guys not trying hard enough to come back quickly enough. Too much time and room. It's a 3-on.
This game would not end in regulation. This game wouldn't end in regulation. This game wouldn't even end in overtime. This ended in a shootout after Andrei Vasilevsky makes 52 saves in this game. Ties a career high for him. The Bolts score in the 7th round, in the 4th round, 7th shooter from Ross Colton, and Teuvo Teravainen extends the shootout. Corey Perry misses in round number 6, and Sebastian Aho would win the game for the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3.
Here comes Corey Perry with some speed. Perry in, And he didn't get a good shot away in his old former Anaheim teammate, Sebastian Aho. For the win, Aho scores. Outweighted Vasilevsky, tucked it in, and wins in round 6 of this shootout on a night where Andre Vasilevsky...
The Lightning would then take on the Buffalo Sabres, who at the time were ahead of the Lightning in the standings. And this game, obviously living in New York, means a lot to me. I have a lot of Sabres fans. One of my professors is a Sabres fan. A lot of coworkers that I've had and currently have are all Sabres fans. Some of my family is Sabres fans. So this one really needed to go our way. Otherwise, I'd hear it from way too many people. And I'm going to tell you about the game, and you'll obviously find out. If you don't already know what happened, you will find out who really got the last laugh. So, you know right away, early in this game, we were going to have a great game. We had 2 early chances by both teams in less than a couple seconds from one another. So you really could just tell that this game was going to really have everything.
Offensively and defensively, he's the main guy for the Lightning.
Loose puck in front. Stamkos took a swipe at it on the backhand. And it stays out. Rolls into the corner. Now up the boards. Here's Cole. Cole stepping up. Buffalo has it. Quick bank pass up ahead to J.J. Paterka. Paterka crosses a shot and a save by Elliott.
I've said his name a lot before, and I've already said his name this episode with a goal. But Nick Paul, one of my favorite Bolts right now. He does it all. He finds the back of the net on a one-timer, gives the Bolts a 2-1 lead, 7:07 into the first period from Hedman and Hagel. That would be Paul's 4th of the year, and that's Hedman's 8th assist and Hagel's 5th assist.
You got to be sharp on the bench.
Here's Hagel again, and hold pass across, and it just didn't connect. There's a drive, they score! Nick Paul opens the scoring for the Lightning.
Position here and help out in his own zone. But the Lightning do a nice job here of controlling the puck.
So after Vazzy had to stop 52 shots against the Carolina Hurricanes, Brian Elliott would get the start, and he was fantastic. Elliott comes out of the crease to stone Jeff Skinner on this attempt.
And away comes the new captain of the Buffalo Sabres, Kyle Pozo. His first year wearing the C in Buffalo. Wide open in front. There's a shot and a save by Elliott.
Victor Hedman was injured. Victor Hedman did not play in the Victor Hedman did not play in the contest against the Carolina Hurricanes due to an injury. However, he does come back in this game, and he looked very good. Doesn't look quite Hedman-like, but he still looks very well. He springs the rush, which leads to a couple of grade A opportunities for the Bolts.
He got the puck away. This one's lifted down the ice for Domestikov. Makes a nice little play. Goes it in front for Colton. One-timer. Save. Rebound. Stop on the second.
Brian Elliott, for not playing many games in a year due to just the sheer fact that he's playing behind Andre Vasilevsky, again stones another Sabres player. This time it happens to be Tage Thompson, the leading point scorer for the Buffalo Sabres, with this grade A opportunity.
Sabres get it out to Thompson with a shot and a save.
Sometimes the luck doesn't go your way, and unfortunately the puck does not bounce for the Lightning on this play. Owen Power dumps the puck in, and it bounces off the end wall, bounces over and under Hayden Fleury's stick, and comes right out to Zemgus Girgensons for his 3rd of the year from Power and Tage Thompson. It's 16:24 of the first period to tie things up at 1 apiece.
Over going to the bench.
Wrist shot, missed the mark, bounces back out in front, and they score! Girgensons gets a good bounce in front.
They can. Buffalo gets to its first. There's shot, comes out in front of the net off a weird bounce, and it goes after them. Off of Domestikov's leg. It's over-skated by Fleury, and it's laying right there. So there's Brian Elliott. Can I move?
Second period rolls around, and Braden Point gets his 6th of the year from a pass from Steven Stamkos with a second Second period rolls around and Braden Point gets his 6th of the year from a beautiful pass from Steven Stamkos for his 6th assist of the season, and Nikita Kucherov getting the secondary assist for his 12th of the year, coming at 5:05 of the second period, giving the Bullets a 2-1 lead.
Up to Point. Now Point straight up the middle, leaves it for Stamkos. Stamkos into Point, scores! Stamkos to Point, power play goal, and it's 2-1 Bolts.
The smarts of the Lightning players there. There's the aggressive forecheck, quick up, and then Braden Point using that open ice. And then Stamkos doing what he does. The great shot.
Obviously, like I said, living in New York, and no, not New York City, I have heard a lot about the Sabres, and I've done a lot of research on the Sabres just because I live close and I want to know and be able to talk a lot about the Sabres with anybody that really cares about them. So I was very worried about the Sabres goaltending going into the season. They have Craig Anderson, who should be in a retirement home, and then they brought in Eric Comrie, who I thought was a great acquisition for them this offseason, coming from the Winnipeg Jets, and he robs Nikita Kucherov on this play.
Drop up into Hagel. Hagel grabs Kucherov.
Oh, what a
save by Comrie. He stole one.
Great start by Braden Point. Just grabs it and forechecks. Now it's a 2-on-1 on Lyubushkin. There's Kucherov to Hagel. Hagel looking right here. Hagel is not going to shoot. The goaltender Comrie can read this. You see, he's not shooting. His angle with his stick is not facing the net. He's looking at Kucherov, so that gives the goaltender an idea. Okay, he's not going to shoot.
And you watch it back and you just wonder, how did he stop that puck? Middlestat, though, he tips home a shot from Owen Power, who is looking to be and is just seeming to already have the NHL experience that most young NHL defensemen don't come into the NHL with, and he looks fantastic. Rasmus Dahlin was out this game after getting injured in their game the prior night to the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Casey Middlestat just watch the hand-eye coordination to tip this puck past Brian Elliott to make it a 2-2 game on the power play at 8:34.
Spin move by Opozo, then back to the line. Owen Power, return, scores. Looks like that was tipped in front. It fooled Elliott. Redirect.
This will really show you. Get the blade on it. He has it. Went off his belly.
Third period. Jeff Skinner opens the scoring in that period at 4:25 from Tuck and Cousins, giving the Sabres their first lead of the night. This was a beautiful move by Jeff Skinner. He absolutely undresses Brian Elliott, getting his rebound for the earlier robbery, but it looks to be like Jeff Skinner is going to get the last laugh because this was a stunning move.
Shot goes wide. Cousins in the corner. Comes free to Tuck down low. Here's Skinner. Walks out and buries it. And the Buffalo Sabres, for the first time tonight, have the lead, 3-2.
And that means everybody is overloaded. Look at Victor. He gets pulled over a little more and a little more all the time. Then he wants to charge out at the puck. Well, Skinner's the guy who hangs around the net.
However, the Sabres lead only lasts about 3 minutes as Brandon Hagel skates down the ice, gets his own rebound after a stunning pass from Nikita Kucherov for his 13th assist, and that would be Hagel's 4th goal of the year. Ties the game at 3 apiece.
Sent back inside the line. Now here's Kucherov. Kucherov in, out in front. Hagel stopped by Comrie. Rebound, they score!
That's what it's going to take in this game because Comrie has had the answer so many times for this line, but they continue to make brilliant plays. That is a beautiful play by Kucherov to get it to Hagel.
I have not said enough about Nick Perbix. I think he is going to be a star in the NHL. I'm not going to say he's going to be a number one defenseman by any means, but I do think that he has a very, very bright future and a lot of potential in front of him. And he gets his first NHL goal after calling for the puck from one of the best in the league, Nikita Kucherov, at 15:05 of the third period. The secondary assist goes to Brandon Hagel, and this is just an absolute beautiful play. Granted, it doesn't need to be the prettiest goal in the world, and it wasn't. It was a 5-hole shot through the legs of Eric Comrie. But sometimes a goal is a goal, and you'll see what it turns into.
Got a goal tonight. Lead pass. Lightning coming back the other way. Hagel on the backhand. Kucherov. Here's a shot. Scores! Nick Perbix with his first goal in the NHL. And it's 4-3 Lightning.
He's making great plays and moving the puck out of the zone. He's going to move into the high area in the pit in the scoring slot. He lets it go quickly, and it surprises Comrie. Comrie goes down. I'm not sure if he got a good look at this one or not. But the fact that Perbix got it away so quickly on that touch.
19:02 left. 19:02 in the third period. Nikita Kucherov gets his 6th goal of the season, assisted by Braden Point, for the Lightning to go up 5-3 and ice the game. The Lightning would then go on to win it 5-3, of course, with Nick Perbix getting not only his first career goal, but it is a game winner, so a first career game winning goal. Absolutely beautiful from Nick Perbix and the Lightning.
Now following up Points, got the empty net. Kucherov looks, hangs on, and you can make it 6 straight games with a goal for Nikita Kucherov. Up ahead to Kepke. Dumped in, one more shot, one more save by Comrie, but that is it.
Tuesday, November 8th, the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Edmonton Oilers, led by Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Going to be a fantastic contest between the two of them. The next 2 games are against the Washington Capitals. The 11th happens to be in Washington, and the 13th will be in Tampa. Alex Ovechkin just broke the record for most goals scored with a single franchise, beating out the late, great Gordie Howe for that record at 787 goals. Absolutely fantastic. I want to end this episode by announcing that I am partnering with the Syracuse Crunch for an adoption theme night on December 16th, 7 p.m. as a Crunch take on the Springfield Thunderbirds, the St. Louis Blues farm team, for a fantastic contest. You know, this game means the world to me. Being adopted myself, this really hits home for me. Brings me full circle to be able to do it at a hockey game, the sport that I am the most passionate about, as well as to be able to give back in a way like this just means the absolute world. So I will definitely be sharing more information as I get it, but all I know as of right now is the game will be December 16th, 7 o'clock. I know that a portion of profits will be donated to my local foster to adopt program here in Syracuse, New York, and I am just beyond excited for that to happen. So again, my merch is going to be in the link below. It's also going to be at the end of this video or podcast or audio podcast, however you're viewing this one. And I just want to thank you all for watching. Please check out the merch. Anything with the adoption logo in the adoption collection, any profit from that will be donated along with whatever is made from the Syracuse Crunch game to the adoption agency. So please help out if you have an extra couple bucks. I'm also going to put my Venmo in here. It's going to be at the end of this video as well. If you have a couple bucks and you can't make it to the game and you just feel so inclined to help donate to this great cause, it really means the world to me. And let's go Bolts.